Stop, Silas. That's going to be our senior song, Celine's How to Train Your Dragon.
What's up, y'all?
Miley, Arabella, me, some other people I think are on board with it, so yeah. I'm going to put you in a burlap sack and drag you back to Colorado. You are going to see it. You're going to figure it out.
Well, I'm going to be at your graduation.
Okay, so you can come a few days early. Yeah, no. But the concert. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. That's when we're playing. Oh.
I thought you meant for like the senior like stuff, like
Oh, no.
Sorry, I just saw.
Wait, what?
The senior stuff, slideshow.
Oh,
Bunch of senior jump that I gotta do.
No, I mean at the concert. That's going to be our senior song at the concert. And you're going to watch us play it. It's going to be beautiful because it's an amazing song. And John Powell, we're not gonna do this right now, but basically music.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a solo. I'm really nervous. Let's practice. Should practice with that song. No. No, I'm not. Eliza is the other Mary for wind.
Okay. Oh, Wayne.
Yeah. For jazz ensemble.
Jazz.
We're doubling. She's playing Barry on honk, but the other one has just me, which I'm okay with. It's not super very heavy. Honk is kind of very heavy, which is why there's two of us. For when I mess up, she can play. And when she messes up, I can play, and it's great. Yeah, I don't know. I just should have practiced more in general, really. It's my own fault. That's all. What is that? Yeah, no, my mom has a bunch of it. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down.
There it is. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our final Eaton High School band concert of the year. At this time, if you would please take your cell phones out and any other beeping things, please turn them off. Do not disturb anything that would distract our musicians. Please turn that off for us. Secondly, we would ask that if you need to come in or out during the performances, please just make sure it's at the end of a song. So if you hear applause, you're safe to come in and out. Other than that, please stay seated. Lastly, if you have babies or kids or husbands that are getting unruly, just make sure you escort them outside. We are doing a live video feed of this from the back there, and so we do want to have a nice recording of our musicians for their families and for our students. So, up first, we've got our Eaton High School Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Benjamin Corneliuson.
joke. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here at our final band concert of the year. This is the EHS Jazz Band. Can we hear it one more time? I'm going to try and limit the amount that I'm talking out here on the front end because there's lots to do and get through with the awards later on. But that first piece was Banana Spit, a fun little funky tune by Matt Finders. And up next we're going to play a classic Latin standard called Besame Mucho, which means Kiss Me Much, by Consuelo Velasquez, and has been arranged by John Berry. We hope you enjoy. feature just about everybody in the horn section. Ryan Mullen on trumpets. Ramsey Roberts on bass sax. Jason Adler on alto sax. Sophia Carter on bass clarinets. O'Ryan on trombone. And the previous tune featured Gabe Bravo on the bass. And Penelope Torres on the drums. All right, we've got one more for you, and if you've seen the program, you already know. But we think you'll know this one. This is the Pink Panther. trick. There we go. Let's hear it again for the EHS Jazz Ensemble. Thank you so much. That was a fun one titled Fulvios at 8, very in the style of Count Basie, and featured Patrick Buxton on the flute, Eliana Jewell on the alto sax, and Miley Joaquin on the piano. All right, we've got several awards to give out this evening, and they're from everything from all the way back to this fall with marching band, all the way to through the honor band season, to a number of nationally recognized awards that we'll give towards the end of the evening. But the first one that we are going to, the first ones that we're going to give out today are the National Color Guard Awards and the National Marching Band Awards. You have a little bit of a blurb in your program about each of these awards, but I'll read a little bit more. The National Color Guard Award is given to honor the outstanding contributions of members of a Color Guard member. It honors the visual contributions and dedication of student leaders whose example inspires others. And I think we'd be hard-pressed to not recognize this amazing human being who was our guard captain this year. This year, the National Color Guard Award is given to Mr. Alex McDaniel. Please give him. And the next two awards are the National School Marching Band Awards, which recognize outstanding contributions on the marching field, honoring the musical contributions and dedication of student leaders whose example inspires others. And this year we have two of them. The National Marching Band Award this year is given to Miss Abigail Walpole and Hayden Annan. Thank you very much. All right, the music continues. Up next, we've got a funky chart entitled Honk. Wasn't that fun? It's a fun one. You can tell we have a lot of fun with it. This group just traveled to the UNC Greeley Jazz Festival, which is the largest event of its kind in the nation. It's an educational jazz festival that invites over 4,000 students from all over the country to Greeley, Colorado, of all places. And we stay on campus for 3 days, get to listen to some incredible high school, middle school, and college level bands, and listen to some clinics and master classes, and conclude each day with a big main stage performance. And this group got to go perform and received a superior rating, and yes. Each year, the clinician and the judges select outstanding soloists from our performance. You haven't got to hear one of them yet, but this year we had 2 soloists receive this award. Please give it up for Mr. Evan Wright and Patrick Buxman. And finally, before the jazz ensemble leaves the stage and we transition to the concert world, I'd like to award the Louis Armstrong Award. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award was inaugurated in 1974 with the consent of his widow, shortly after this great jazz artist died in 1971. It honors the outstanding senior jazz musician in each high school. I am so proud of the growth of this person has made on their instrument for the last 4 years, and even more so proud of the person that they become throughout their high school career. This year, the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award goes to who's holding it down on lead trumpet, Miss Madeline Joseph. All right, we've got one more for you. Bring it back to the swing style. This is Bad Dog. Well, thank you so much. This is the EHS concert band, and that was a piece entitled Behemoth by Adrian Sims. Up next, I'd like to introduce an award for actually the entire program, not just one band in specific, and not just one student in specific. The Colorado Bandmasters Association Exemplary Band Award is one of the highest honors a band program can receive in the state of Colorado. It recognizes programs that demonstrate excellence across all areas of band, concert band, marching band, jazz, and more importantly, a sustained commitment to growth, musicianship, and culture over time. This is not an award for a single performance, but for what a program consistently represents. This year, I am proud to announce that the Eaton High School Band Program has been selected as a recipient of the CBA Exemplary Band Award, and especially on a night like tonight, this award means a little bit more, because it reflects years of work, growth, and pride from students in this room, both past and present. So, to all of our students, this recognition is yours. Can we give it up for the EHS Band? Thank you very much. Our next piece is one you might recognize, especially with the movie remake that just came out pretty recently. This is from the movie Wicked, the musical Wicked. This is For Good. All right, up next, we are going to recognize our lettering band students. First, recognizing our marching band lettering students. As our high school marching band students were state finalists and bronze medalists this year at the CBA state competition. They have all lettered in marching band for the year. So the following students, would you please stand to be recognized? I will get you your letters later this week. Here we go. Hayden Annan, Miley Joaquina, Jace Adler, Gabe Bravo, Patrick Buxman, Sophia Clutter, Arabella Fitch, Sirius Landwehr, Emily Schmuck, Haley Walpole, Olivia Walpole, Carly Ahrens, Maddie Carson, Keegan Bertram, Zach Broadhead, Caitlin Frankovich, Melanie Hall, Eliza Higgins, Eliana Jewell, MJ Joseph, Jackson Hergert, Cooper Lindner, Kale Martin, Brooklyn Walsh, Evan Wright, Owen Hyde, Marley Payne, Peter Swenson, Abigail Walpole, Emily Gray, Abby Myers, Jacob Schmunk, Rowan Welch, Alex McDaniel, Michelle Berman, Kyra Biggs, Raya Buxman, Natasha Carlson, Elizabeth Lookingville, Ivan Loma, and Renloy Green. Give it up. Thank you. And finally, these are our band lettering students. This is lettering in band all around, not just marching band. So these students have to reach a certain number of points in this academic year through a variety of means, whether that's taking private lessons, attending concerts, being in multiple bands, auditioning for and making honor bands. And these students continuously go above and beyond in the band world and have to document those things in order to letter in band. So will the following students please stand to be recognized? Marley Payne, Eliana Jewell, Hayden Anand, Sophia Clutter, Jace Adler, Owen Hyde, Patrick Buxman, Eliza Higgins, and Evan Wright. Give it. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, we've got one more piece for you with the concert band. This is a fun one that is called Dominion. Here we go.
think I got it. It's still on YouTube, so you can find it there.
Can we hear it again for the EHS Wind Ensemble? So the piece that you just heard at Morning's First Light by David Gillingham is the 2026 EHS Band Seniors song for the Wind Ensemble. Seniors from the concert band, can I get you also up here, please? Seniors from the concert band, come on down. Yeah. Thank you. And man, what a 4 years it has been with these folks. It's been so fun to see them grow and look back at old photos and videos of them playing just when they came in as little freshmen. And here they are, standing on this stage, about to depart these walls and go out into the world. And so I'd like to recognize them and let them take a second, tell you who they are and what they're doing next. Let's start with Patrick.
Hello, my name is Patrick Buxman, and next I will be going to CSU to study music education.
Hi, my name is Evan Wright. I am going to Western Colorado University to study music composition.
My name is Madeline Joseph, or MJ, and I am also going to Western, but I'm undecided, but I will be snowboarding.
I'm Zeke Rosiniak. I plan to pursue aviation and soccer somewhere I do not know.
I'm Carly Aarons, and I'm going to LCCC in Cheyenne for cinema.
I'm Madison Carson. I am applying for the Colorado State Officer FFA position. If I do not receive that, I will be going to Ames Community College for the pre-nursing.
I'm Abby Walpole. I will be attending CSU, and I'm also undecided.
I'm Elamy Gray. I'm gonna be going into the Wyoming Air National Guard, and outside of that, I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll see where life takes me.
I'm Sirius Lindbergh, and I'm currently enlisted in the United States Marine Corps as a combat engineer.
My name is Jacob Schmunk, and I plan on finishing out my associate's degree at Ames Community College.
Hi, I'm Zach Brownhead, and I'll be serving a 2-year mission with my church, which is the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Hi everyone, my name's Hayden Annand. I'll be going to CSU, I'll be majoring in animal science, I'll be joining the marching band, and I also will hopefully be applying for their vet school at some point. Is it on? Oh, it is on.
It is on.
As you all know, Mr. C is an incredible band director. We ended up, all of us seniors, putting together a gift for you, Mr. C. We're very thankful for everything you've done for us over the past 4 years. We're all sad to see you go, but we're incredibly thankful for you and everything you've done for us, so thank you.
Okay, wait, before you go, I have gifts for you as well. Say that, say that. Wait, oh my gosh. Put on the coat. Look at that. missed it, MJ, when we were on the big hug, she said none of you wore deodorant, so that's really nice. Anyway, seniors, it has been such a privilege to watch you grow over the last 4 years. And we have a tradition every year, and I talk about this a lot during band class, but one of the big foundations of, I believe, our program and any good musician is that of reflection. And being able to look back and see all that you've accomplished, where you might have gone wrong, and how you corrected that path and continue to grow. And so, as tradition goes, I've got some notebooks for you it doesn't have to be a dear diary or anything like that, but a way of recounting the next memories that you make outside of these walls. And so, my hope is with these that you can look back in a couple of years and see how much you've grown from these walls. And then, on top of it, we still have yet to sign them, but they're senior pieces for both the concert band and the wind ensemble. Now we'll have the entire band sign. So I'm gonna hand these out real quick. Here we go. Can we hear it up again for our seniors?
The 2160.
Really warm. Okay. All right, couple more, here we go. We are so grateful for our amazing Eaton High School music boosters who work tirelessly to support our band and choir programs. Each year, they award 2 $500 scholarships, one to a band student and one to a choir student, based on essays written by the applicants. The booster parents then vote on the essays and a scholarship recipient is chosen. And this year, the Music Booster Band Scholarship is awarded to Miss Madison Carson. I'd like to take a second to thank our music boosters for their generosity and dedication to our music programs here at EHS. We are really looking to grow our team, so if next year you'd like to get involved, please talk with us after the concert. We'd love to share how you can support our program. Can we give another big round of applause for our music boosters and Miss Mandy Carson? I promise we have more pieces coming. But each year, Mrs. Contreras and I get to confer about some outstanding students that we have in our music programs involved in both choir and band. Multiple ensembles, and that contribute a significant amount to all of our groups. This year, we have decided to recognize 2 of our outstanding music students that go above and beyond for our music program here at EHS, and I will have your plaques to give you at the choir concert, sorry. But the best all-around EHS Musician Awards this year go to Miss Carly Ahrens and Abby Walpole. All right, this next one's a lot of fun, and you're going to see it in all of their faces as we're grooving along. So we invite you to bob your head. This is Fracas. Yes. I was just gonna say, that's enough cardio for one day. Holy cow. All right. This year, like many years, we have students that go above and beyond auditioning for elite honor groups all across the state. These range from our league size all the way up to the incredibly competitive All-State, which happens in April. Auditions for all of these honor bands happen in the fall, and they are incredibly competitive. Some students are competing with up to 500 other students on their instrument alone for only a handful of spots. So here are our students who made these honor bands this year. When you hear your name, please stand and be recognized. For the CSU honor band in December, Mr. Owen Hyde and Patrick Buxman. For the Combined League Honor Orchestra happening in January, Mr. Owen Hyde. For the Patriot League Honor Band happening in February, Mr. Patrick Buxman, Miley Joaquinen, Jace Adler, Sophia Clutter, Katie Frankovich, Evan Wright, Owen Hyde, Zeke Rosiniak, and Madeline Joseph. The Western State All-Colorado Honor Band happening in February. Mr. Patrick Buxman, Madeline Joseph, Evan Wright, and Owen Hyde. The University of Wyoming Band Summit happening just actually this last weekend. Mr. Patrick Buxman and Owen Hyde. Are you seeing the theme here? And then finally, the amazing All-State Honor Band happening back at the beginning of April. Mr. Patrick Buxman, Mr. Evan Wright, and Mr. Owen Hyde. Give it up. All right, we've got 2 more awards to get through. The Director's Award is a special award that is not necessarily given every year. That is given to a student who, in my eyes, embodies the Eaton acronym in all walks of life, serving the band in numerous ways through marching, concert, pep, jazz, all the seasons that we go through. They are an incredible friend to many, supporter of the band in many ways, and always looking to help out where they can. When thinking about this award this year and whether I felt there was someone worthy of it, there was one person who was most deserving of receiving it. And this year, the Director's Award goes to Miss Ellamy Gray. Finally, last but not least, the John Philip Sousa Award is the pinnacle of achievement in high school band. Introduced in 1955 to honor the top senior student or students in the high school band, the John Philip Sousa Band Award recognizes superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. It was created with the approval of Helen Sousa Albert and Priscilla Sousa, daughters of the famous composer and bandmaster. As you can see, I've made note of the students' accomplishments and notable achievements in the programs next to their name, and if it was any surprise by how many symbols that these 2 students have by their names, they have both contributed an immeasurable amount to our bands through a variety of ways over these years. Both have grown so much as players, but more importantly, they have grown so much as people over the last 4 years. This year, the John Philip Sousa Band Awards go to Mr. Evan Wright and Mr. Patrick Buxman. And finally, before our last piece, I'd like to give some concluding thank yous. You want to them? Okay. First, I want to thank our amazing band sponsors, many of whom have sponsored the band since I first started here 4 years ago, providing important financial and community support to us as we continue to grow and push on to bigger things. They are H&K Construction, Bank of Colorado, Gray Line Excavation, Scotchy's Cleaners, Adler Energy, Long Meadow Farm, Kelly Linner, and Bayswater. Can we please give our sponsors one huge round of applause? They are strong and committed supporters of the EHS band. I encourage you to seek them out with your business so we can continue to have great supporters like them. Another huge thank you goes out to our EHS Music Boosters for their sole mission being to help our music programs succeed, whether in fundraising, grant writing, scholarships, volunteering, planning events, and more. Can we give our Music Boosters one more round? Next to my amazing fine arts team, Mrs. Contreras, who's helping run curtain back there, Mrs. Hickson up in the light booth, and Mrs. Stewart. It is not easy being the only male in our department, let me tell you that. But let me just take a minute to express how grateful I am for them. Their constant grounding presence when I get stressed and overwhelmed, their offering to look at problems in a new lens and help me and our students work things out. Their constant reworking of their own schedules due to the crazy band schedule, the sharing of many of our students and how they always encourage them to continue being themselves and pursuing what they're passionate about. The many Chinese food lunches and white elephant exchanges, the pranks on me, thanks Hickson, and scaring me with random theater props showing up on under my desk, thanks Hickson. And finally, just the congeniality and camaraderie that they have shown me over these last 4 years. We call our little office over here the Cave of Creation, and it is truly one of the best places to work every day, and it is due to the incredible fine arts teachers that we have here at EHS. Can we give them a huge hand? Next, our amazing EHS administrative team, to Mr. Zach Lemon and Mr. Andy Poland, for rallying behind me and our bands anytime that they can, supporting our students with recognition and being at the many concerts, performances, and competitions that we go to, and for simply being great mentors and colleagues that I am lucky to work with. And I want to give a special thank you to Mrs. Jessica Grable, our principal, for taking a chance on a young educator 4 years ago, for her constant mentorship and understanding, her constant encouragement, nominating our bands and me for recognition, and for being the best principal I've ever had the pleasure to work under, hands down. These three are a powerhouse for our school, and they love our staff and our students so well. Can we give it up for our EHS staff? I promise I'm almost done. Next to my incredible teaching team, many of whom are sitting over here at the Eaton bands, Mr. Paul Byer, Jacob Dury, Colton Sell, Bree West, Lexi Nigro, and Bobby Bogno. You guys are the best support system that I could ask for. You care deeply for our students and for their growth as musicians and as people. I am so lucky to have gotten to work with you all, and I'm so thankful for the many opportunities that we've gotten to collaborate together over the last several years. I'm looking forward to continuing that collaboration as Mr. Colton Sell will be taking my job next year in the fall and keeping up with all of your incredible accomplishments and teaching over the next several years. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me thank our EHS band's staff. Next to all of you, our community members, our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, all of you who make this thing possible. Whether you volunteered on a marching band field, contributed financially, or simply just encourage your students when they're practicing at home or trying out new opportunities, thank you for surrounding me with the support we need to succeed and for always stepping up when there's a need within our programs. We truly could not do this without you, and I hope that you will continue to stay involved and promote our students' growth here in the band program in the future. Students, let's thank everybody here to support you. To my family, my mom and dad get to be here tonight, and they have been the biggest supporters of me since day one. They were here moving instruments into the gym when we didn't have a band room, helping organize our crazy, chaotic music library when we finally got our classroom. They've been at nearly every single marching competition, and of course you all know that the Eaton Marching Friendship Cup wouldn't have run without Raleigh. If you know, you know. Mom and Dad, thank you for your support over the last 4 years and over the last 20 plus years encouraging me to pursue music and education. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and look up to you in several ways. And to my wife, the absolute best band wife that you could ever ask for, truly. The amount of sacrifice that Shayna has gone through over the last 4 years and these first 3 years of our marriage is unthinkable. In case you didn't know, band directors pull long days, long nights, lots of taking things home, wrestling with leadership auditions or student conflicts, lots of honor band weekends away from home, and Shayna has been a solid rock through it all. I am so thankful for her and the love that she's given to my students, also not just from afar, but at every marching competition, concert, and festival. Thank you for encouraging me in the hard times and celebrating me in the good times. Can we give it up for Mrs. Porter? And finally, to my students. You all have been my world for the last 4 years, and I hope you know just how much of an impact that you have made on me and my teaching. You've trusted me to lead you to new opportunities you may not be familiar with, worked your hardest when it mattered the most, and you've put your heart and your soul into the music that we've created. It has been the biggest honor and privilege to stand in front of you and wave my arms around every day. I hope you know how much I will miss you and how bright of a future you all have. Always remember to work hard, that this thing is a team, and how to be a good leader by being a good follower. Support your friends and your future colleagues by being there for each other when they need it. And don't forget the power that music has to heal, to mend, and to restore. No matter what you end up doing after graduation, keep music in your life in some way, whether it's in a community band or choir, in church, or simply as a patron of your local music scene. Don't forget the music lessons that you've learned here, but more importantly, don't forget the life lessons you've learned here. Leadership, communication, empathy, putting others first, hard work, sacrifice, excellence, awareness, tenacity, ownership, and noteworthiness. Thank you, students, for everything. Let's hear it once again for our students. Our final piece of the evening is entitled Safely Rest, and I think you'll hear the two themes that come through there. They are Amazing Grace and Taps. It's a really, really beautiful work and a very fitting one to end our evening on. We hope you enjoy Safely Rest.
My mom made this. And we had all the students sign it for you. You've been such an amazing teacher, mentor, and friend. You've grown the Eaton Grove Band program into something truly remarkable. And thank you for playing your part so much. Thank you.